gentlemen, I present to you the 45th graduating class of the Grand Valley State University Police Academy.
48 in, 48 out. We want to graduate everybody. Mission accomplished.
Hi, I'm Bryan Casey. I'm a GRPD police recruit in the Grand Valley State University Police Academy.
My name is Stewart, and I am a GRPD Police Academy recruit.
Hi, my name is Blake Walton. I'm a GRPD Police Academy recruit.
I'm 33 years old, from Yuma, Arizona.
I'm 29 years old, born and raised in Grand Rapids.
22 years old. I grew up in Grand Rapids until I was 13, and then me and my mom, we moved over to the east side of the state, 20 minutes outside of Detroit.
So I'm the second oldest one in the academy. So I don't have to hold that card of being the oldest, but before this, I was a baseball coach. Prior to that, I was a professional baseball player in the Kansas City Royals organization. My stepfather was an officer for 28 plus years. Always admired what he did and had the opportunity to pursue law enforcement. I knew I wanted to do at some point when I had the opportunity, and I was living somewhere where I wanted to raise my kids and grow my family.
I was lucky enough to grow up with family in the 911 system. My mom was a police officer with Grand Rapids for 27 years, and my dad was a paramedic firefighter. So always knew I wanted to be in the 911 system. I chose GRPD because I have had the opportunity of running with GRPD officers on the road as a paramedic. I had a few of them come up to me and say, hey, you should apply for this position.
I really decided that I wanted a job or, really a career where I was able to do something that matters. I heard about the position last year in July, and I was like, man, that's an opportunity to get back home. So I applied, took a chance, and that's where I am today.
So GRPD, they sponsor you through the academy, they pay your tuition, they pay for all your uniforms, and they pay you an hourly rate to go to the academy, to go be a student and learn how to become a police officer.
It's a great opportunity, especially for somebody like me who is a little older with kids and a family. It's a full-time gig, and without it being paid for and me being able to get paid while I'm here, it'd literally be impossible for somebody like me. So it's a great opportunity, really get my feet on the ground and have an opportunity to be what I want to be.
So the police academy, it's 16 weeks, start in May, you end around August.
It's 8 to 5 for the most part, Monday through Friday. There are some Saturdays that we come in.
The program overall, I think is actually really incredible. It's taught well. They bring in really good instructors from a ton of different departments.
3 days out of the week, we do physical training. That consists of getting up in the morning at 6:30. We do that for an hour usually, and they switch it up, whether it's long distance runnings, sprints, calisthenics, the whole 9 yards, just to be able to prepare us for the end MCOLS physical fitness test. Fridays are usually our skill area days, so that's when we're usually at the range. Also throughout the week, we do subject control training, which is defensive tactics, where we get on the mats and learn a whole bunch of skills like weapon retention and the use of force continuum as well.
In the beginning of the academy, we learned a lot about, legal laws and procedures from previous lawyers coming in and talking to us, and understanding how the court system, really works. And they tried to simulate that to us in the academy. So we had an actual defense attorney and an actual prosecutor with a judge in the courtroom, and we had to testify to our report.
Not every day is up and moving around and doing defensive tactics or firearms. A lot of it is classwork, and the law stuff is pretty grueling. There's a lot of different levels to every single law, and you have to know every bit of it. It's very difficult, and some of it is very dry too, so trying to stay engaged and make sure that you know the laws in and out is probably one of the hardest things in the academy.
A lot of it was challenging for me because I came from a different world, so I really had to wrap my brain around what I was getting ready to do. I had fun with defensive tactics and shooting and physical training, so all the physical aspects of the academy I really enjoyed. The tougher part for me was the classwork, bringing myself back to about 10 years ago when I was sitting in class and how you study and how I had to kind of retrain my brain a little bit, and then just keeping up with all these young guns. All of them are solid, probably average about 10 to 8 years younger than me, so keeping up with them was a task, but it was fun.
I would have to say my favorite part of the academy was the scenario days.
It was a lot of fun because we were able to put in some of the things that we had learned through the academy, some of the things we had learned through defensive tactics, the law, be able to combine it all and have to do it in a split second.
And they make it as real as they possibly can.
And then obviously it's all in a teaching atmosphere, so some of it's set up for you to, I don't want to say set up for you to fail, but set up for you to learn from.
They teach us how to approach a scene, how to knock on doors, to be tactical in the way that we move. From entering a residence, we have to clear the rooms and make sure that everything is safe. And then once things are safe, we can kind of slow it down a little bit and assess really why we were called.
Once you get into these scenarios or these actual practices, you kind of learn from your mistakes or, from actually practicing upon a person. So, being able to be out in the field and doing the practice with the SFST and the first aid, having that exposure before, put yourself into reality of what we're going to be doing once we actually get back to the departments. As far as being in the academy, it's definitely a grind, for sure. It's the early mornings, it's the late nights.
It's emotionally, mentally, physically draining, but it is incredible at the same time. You build really good relationships with the other recruits and you learn so much.
From daily tasks like writing a report or doing a crash investigation to the other side of it where there's active shooter or getting in the water and swimming and trying to save somebody. All kinds of things that you wouldn't think about.
I got through it by just simply having that drive. You gotta buckle down and keep your nose to the grindstone and put in the work. It's not handed to you. You have to want to succeed. You have to look at this and say, this is gonna be my job, I have to know it.
I'm excited about a lot of things moving forward. I think the biggest one is just applying what I've learned.
I'm ready to go put it all together. I'm very excited to get back to Grand Rapids and learn from these people that have so much experience.
This academy has been a great opportunity. You get to learn everyone who's here. You get to learn about your family. I got recruits here that are from Grand Rapids, and so I got to learn about these 11, 13 of us that came in, their tics, what they do, the funny times that we've had.
As time progressed, we started to open up to one another and get to know each other, learn more about one another, help each other study.
Spend a lot of time with the other recruits and get to know them. Obviously, it's kind of like a family, you go through your ups and downs with them.
Spending every day, all day with 48 people can be a lot at times, but you do really form that brotherhood and sisterhood of, we have your back, we're here to help, no one's gonna fail 48 in, 48 out type of a mentality, and that's been incredible. And we've built some really, really good friendships, relationships, and things after these 16 weeks.
Whether somebody goes to another department or whatever, I can honestly say that everybody here, that I wouldn't mind them being my backup. And, and that says a lot about the academy and what they've built and what they're continuing to build.